It's a very busy little town.
We've got a good passing trade. Weekends are very busy, and you know the place is jumping.
I love the weather. It's sunny and warm up here, often when it's not in Melbourne.
It's full of interesting people. There's always a lot happening. There's lots of community activities and community groups, and it's a town in which it would be hard to be bored.
There's a physical part of it that's particularly nice. And then there's the community, which it's a really strong community. People tend to look after each other, looking out for each other. It's just a lovely way of life.
Ever thought of living somewhere where you can walk to most places you want to get to? And if you want to drive a car, you can park it easily and it's free. Imagine what it's like living in a place where you can easily get to know your community and really feel at home. It's a lifestyle that does exist. It exists in places like the small Victorian country town of Denali. Denali's in central Victoria, 2 hours by road from Melbourne, 45 minutes from Bendigo, and the city of Maryborough is just 15 minutes away. The town of Denali was born in the 1850s when rich deposits of gold were discovered here. In its gold rush heyday, Denali boasted a main street 3 miles long and more than 30,000 people. In 1869, the largest gold nugget ever found was discovered at Malayagal, just 15 kilometres down the road. Gold is still found locally, and it's a popular destination for amateur prospectors. But these days, it's not just the gold that's bringing people to the town. For visitors, there's a range of accommodation available, sporting facilities and activities, places to eat, and regular entertainment. There's a network of cycle tracks through the bush, waterways, and other small towns to explore. It's also full of surprises. Here in Denali, you can not only shop at a supermarket or go to the pub, you can buy your office supplies, electronic components, be served in an old-style hardware store, hire a gold detector, hop on the daily bus to Melbourne or Adelaide, and lots of places in between. Go to the bank, use the internet, buy locally made small goods, visit a fascinating local museum, and choose fine local wine and food.
We've got a fabulous butcher, we've got a terrific grocers, we've got a fantastic hardware store, and we've got a couple of really good cafes, we've got a great bakery, terrific post office, which you can do a lot of stuff in. Yeah, you don't need to go anywhere on a Saturday morning. You go down the street and that's all you need to do.
Denali has a lot to offer, and it's not just a great place to visit, it's also a great place to live. It's somewhere where you can feel safe letting your kids walk to school. And here you don't have to wait a month for an appointment to see the doctor, whose surgery is right next to our hospital.
It is a real community. It's a town which you can come here as a weekender, or I believe live in it very happily without having to rush out of town every day to get your provisions to do things that you need to do. We loved the town as soon as we moved in. What we weren't expecting was to make as many friends as we have, and to me that is a bonus. It's a really diverse community, and it's a community which largely is very much welcoming and looking for new faces and including you in all things that are happening in the town, and that's just great.
Even people who have decided to share their time living between city and country have been surprised.
We bought the property thinking that we'd come up probably once a month, and as it is, over 4 years, we've probably missed maybe 5 weekends. We didn't realise we'd enjoy it so much or have such a good time.
It's also somewhere to consider working or setting up a business.
I've recently started a business called Right on Broadway, which is a regional wine and food centre. And although it's in some ways targeting tourists and people from a broad region and even statewide, I've been very surprised at the degree of support from local people in terms of contributing produce for sale and coming along and purchasing wine and food, so that there's quite a sort of a dynamic in the community to support a new business, and there's a lot of encouragement from the local bank and other businesses in town. So in many ways, although it's a new venture for me, it's been very encouraging and supportive.
Yeah, the locals are loyal. They keep us busy because they realise to keep the business in town benefits everybody. So our business is good. Yeah, you got to have what they want, and we try and do that. Yeah.
I probably get about 2,000 customers a week, and a lot of local support and a lot of passing trade and people who just come to visit. It's good. It's always growing. I guess I've started with 4 employees, now I have 12 employees, and I employ local people, which is good. Keeps people in work.
There's an enterprise centre with space available for rental.
They've offered me cheap rent and a place to work, which is really good. And the business support's terrific. You can call on them anytime. Yeah, very happy with them.
It's been very exciting actually using the local tradespeople to restore 2 buildings in the town. And so these men were terrific for problem solving and were highly skilled, and compared with metropolitan prices, extremely reasonable. Denali is a very surprising place, and I came across it by accident, and I've been surprised ever since.
What initially was going to be a short stay has turned into a long stay, and our kids are growing up, and we love the place.
It's more relaxed, people have more time.
It's a town that can offer a lot, whether you're just visiting or plan to live here.
It's just a lovely way of life, and it's a very pleasant way of life.
Come and check Denali out. You're certainly invited. Denali is a surprising place.